Good morning. Good morning. 8 o'clock on the dot on a Sunday morning. It is September the 15th. Rise and shine. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week, chat about what's going on in the world of weather. It's been a minute since I've done a Sunday morning coffee talk in the office. Cam Tran enjoying some much needed time off. Super glad she's able to be with some family and do her thing. Let me take a live look outside, see what's doing right now. A cloudy sky as we peek over Daytona Beach. It's a beautiful morning, but we do have some showers around. And all of our tower cams are looking kind of, we'll say gray. So let's head down the shoreline just a little bit to New Smyrna Beach, check in, see what's doing there. That's a cool shot for sure, right? Yeah. Very cool. Kennedy Space Center. Where are you, NASA? There we go. Yep. Some local, definitely better visibility than we had yesterday. Port Canaveral. Oh man, how cool is that? The sun is shining bright. The Canaveral Princess hasn't got, maybe they don't go out on Sundays. I don't know. I feel like every day during this time, we see the Canaveral Princess go out. No? All right, let's head inland. Orlando International Airport Tower. Oh, that's pretty. World Center will go over to the tourist district. Lots of clouds. Downtown Orlando Tower Cam. Sun shining through the clouds. Lake Eola Tower Cam. I'm just bopping. So I showed this one on TV a couple of minutes ago. That's a pretty cool. It's a pretty cool shot, right? Got the power plant there on the right. The low clouds over Executive. Are they reporting? What are their cloud heights reporting? Hold on a second. Executive is report. Hold on a second. Come on, get out of there. Just want to check. Somebody's landing at Executive, so it messed it up. All right. A few clouds at 6,000. Is that really 6,000 feet? I feel like that's lower than 6,000. Orlando International Airport scattered at 1,800. So anyway, interesting stuff. Let's head over to Tavares. Where is that button? There's Tavares. I'm using another computer to change tower cams. And Ocala. So yeah, it's gray around Central Florida. Here's first warning live Doppler radar. Let's just start in the metro. Did have a couple of little showers popping up kind of east of town. You see it there out near Bithlo and Wedgefield. Super light stuff extending over to Titusville and Mims. So a little bit of rain to track in Brevard County. Nothing heavy, but watching some of these light showers. This is our live radar, and I love being able to tweak the radar to get exactly the resolution data I want. Samsula, New Smyrna Beach, can't rule out some of these little showers sneaking over 44, crossing the causeway there. May get into that. Further to the north to Leon Springs, a little bit of rain sneaking your way. Ormond Beach, a little bit of shower activity around. Temperatures in the 70s. Here's a look at our forecast. So this morning, clouds, yes. Through the day today, keeping the clouds, but that rain coverage is lower. Today, it's a 30% coverage of showers and even a few thunder showers. So by far and away, looking much, much better. Much, much better than the last 2 weeks' time. Yeah. Yukon, good morning, super light stuff. Oh, I'm super. Am I on? It's a Sunday morning. Cut me some dang slack. All right. So that's where we're at today. Rain coverage is not a big deal. It's just not going to bother us too much. Let's dial up Futurecast. See where we're at. Couple showers, 2, 3, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. There's some rain kind of popping on up. 6, 7 o'clock here or there, and then kind of breaking apart 9, 10, 11 o'clock. So not a big deal. And even if you get into a little bit of rainfall over top of you, it's not going to ruin your day. Not too bad. All right, here's a look at our temperatures. Upper 80s, lower 90s around Central Florida. If you're heading to the theme parks today, Magic Kingdom's all decorated for fall. Gotta love that, right? Temperatures climbing into the 80s. And I do think we'll briefly get into the 90s and with all the cloud, just keep hydrated and you'll be good to go. Yeah. So not looking too bad at all. All right. All right. Sound good. Any questions, comments, concerns? That's a look at our forecast for today. Rain chances the next couple of days are going to stay down just a little bit, 30, 40%. So let's take a look at Central Florida's certified most accurate 7-day forecast, and we'll clearly see that subdued rain chance, right? 30-40% coverage the next couple of days. Now, essentially, we may start to moisten things up a little bit into next weekend, but for now, we've got a really good look for us, right? Sound good? Sound good, Sharon? Is the humidity and dew point dropping some? Not really. Not really. Sorry about that. Jennifer, yeah, shouldn't have a problem at all. Looks pretty good to me. Yep, you should be looking good. Couple of light showers in the vicinity. Cloud bases at Sanford. Overcast at 5,500. A little bit of light rainfall. Yeah, so not bad. Hey, Yvonne, thank you very much. William says could be 0% and it still rains. Okay. Thank you for that. Dan says happy post victory morning. Go Knights. Dude, so I went to bed last night. Let me show you. So I went to bed and I had to laugh. I get these like advertisement emails and saw this email, and when I saw that I was like, "Wait, what?" And I saw the score and I'm like, "Oh, the boys caught up." I fell asleep at halftime and was not expecting that email. So, go Knights charge on. Wow. Wow, I'm going to have to find a way to watch that game back. I don't know if anybody like recorded it and put it on YouTube illegally. I have to figure that out. But holy cannoli, I need to watch this game back. Man, Victoria, what a comeback. Jason, yes. Somebody, I don't know if anybody recorded it and threw. If not, then I need to go find a way to. I just need to go find a way to watch it. Yeah. So anyway, now it's time for a Bucks victory today. That's what I'm looking forward to. So we'll see. Good times. All right. So that's our local forecast. Questions, comments, concerns? Victoria says I recorded it. Victoria, how can I watch it back? I want to watch. I want to watch. All right. So that's where we're at. Anything else? Otherwise, we can get out to the tropics and see what's doing. I'll give you a few extra seconds, see what's doing. All right. All right. Cruise reports for our upcoming cruises. Mine leaves on Monday. I think you'll be all right. Hopefully we'll both be all right. Hopefully we'll both be all right. Victoria says, "I'll ask the hubs. He's my tech guy. Let me know if there's a way to send like a closed off link or something. I'd really love to watch this game." All right. So in terms of the tropics, let's just dial in and see what's doing on kind of a broader base. Okay. So we've got one named system and one area of interest. There's Gordon on the bottom right corner. Gordon undergoing a little bit of wind shear. Okay, so Gordon thankfully is not going to be a major player in our or frankly anyone's forecast, really. There's a look at it. And notice the center of circulation is well removed from the majority of the clouds, right? Here's a look at the forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center. Expected to become a depression later today and then make a hard right turn and then basically just meander around. At least for now, not a big concern. That said, let's come a little closer to home, and this is Invest 95. All right, winds are picking up. It's a big, broad thing. Not organized though, okay? Invest 95 has winds of 40 miles an hour. It's a gusty, kind of like a gale low. It's extratropical, which means that if it were to try to develop, it would be a subtropical system, at least for now. The Carolinas are going to need to watch this one closely. 8 o'clock intermediate advisory, still going with a medium 50% likelihood of tropical development here. Okay. That said, there's not a ton of time for this to try and do its thing. All right. Let's take a look at our Futurecast model. And I just want to take, we'll start here, and this is kind of a broad stroke thing. So you can already kind of notice by this afternoon into tonight a bit of a spin, but by tomorrow morning, it really wants to get going. And you can see there kind of the southern shore of North Carolina by lunchtime tomorrow, perhaps something developing and coming ashore. Whether it becomes a tropical or subtropical storm, it's a possibility. Our Futurecast model seemingly wants to bite on that. The next name on the list would be Helene. We'll see what happens. It looks like it it has an opportunity to do that. Now, if we were to compare like all of the models, let's dial in here and look at the wind data off of the models, and we'll start with our futurecast model. And we'll do 6Z. All right, give me a second. And again, I have to change the view on this. Just a second. All right. Okay, scene camera. Do not auto track Francine anymore. All right, so big area of wind. Roll through time, and you see a spin right off the coast of the low country there. It's trying to, and then right there, right before landfall, that's 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, starting to get some of those tropical storm force wind gusts. So I would say our futurecast model does appear to try to develop this into a tropical or even a subtropical storm, and then bring it inland like 3-4 p.m. tomorrow. Yeah. And then, of course, weaken it. So that's our futurecast model. That's the latest run of it. Let's look at the GFS. Trust the Gordon's fisherman. Glad that thing is staying out to sea. All right. GFS model. Bringing it in like tonight. So the GFS is much quicker and probably not, maybe developing it to a subtropical type system. All right, here's the European loading. These are all like graphics that we don't use on the. There's versions of these that we use on the air, but these are definitely my hidden social only type graphics. Okay, European model. Ba, 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 ba. The European doesn't develop it either. So the GFS may try to develop it. Borderline. Our Futurecast is definitely a little more bullish with it. But nevertheless, our friends in the Carolinas are going to want to watch that and just kind of follow along. Could be a little homegrown system. These things happen. Thankfully, not enough time for this to get to be too strong. So there's that. Okay. All right, let's do this. Let's look at the raw, broader scale models and just kind of see what else is out there. Anything wants to try and bother us. So there it is. GFS. Da, 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 da. Sloppy low around the 23rd, 24th, which is fine by me. And then a little CAG firing up around October 1st. All right, so that's that. That's the GFS deterministic. Let's look at the GFS ensembles. All right, a couple of ensemble. Okay, so here's where it gets interesting, right? So the GFS deterministic had a sloppy low over South Florida. Watch how ensemble members from about that's the 22nd of September all the way through like the 27th of September. So essentially, the GFS is like, we don't know when, we just have a good idea that something is going to get bubbled up from about the 22nd to like the 27th, 28th, right? So I would say that there's a pretty good consistency here with an idea of something getting going around the Caribbean toward the end of the month, which is awesome. I have a cruise in that window. So, like, cool. Also, why did the weather guy book a cruise in the peak of hurricane season? Because it was cheap. So, there's that. So, we'll see how that plays out. Let's switch over, go to the GFS. That was the GFS. Let's go to the European. Pressure, under pressure. All right. Operational European, throwing something together on the South Carolina, North Carolina border. Does it develop Helene? Probably not. And then, oh, that was as far as this run went. Let's go to the 0Z. Trying for some sloppy low pressure, right? You see that there. Yep, let's go to the ensembles. European ensembles. Hold on, we'll go here. We'll go to the different panels, multi-member. All right. So there's the ensembles developing. Helene there along the Carolina coast. And then same thing as the GFS, right? Like right in here, the 22nd, 23rd, blah, 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 blah. A lot of ensemble support for something firing up around the Caribbean, crossing Cuba, and coming up toward Florida. So I would simply say we'll need to watch. Let's look at the European AI model. It's new. We've watched it this season. It seems to be doing a pretty decent job. There's Helene developing according to that model. And then something getting going into Southwest around September 27th. That would be so fun. Now, here's the other kind of oddity, okay? So let's just take this back. If something does develop off the coast of the Carolinas, okay? If that does form and becomes Helene, the next one that would develop and impact Florida, let's do our alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. I'm not saying that's going to happen. Don't sit here and accuse me of being a hyper, for goodness sake. I'm just saying that, like, we know what ice storms do for Florida. I don't want to deal with that. Just saying, the dreaded I name. Correct. So anyway, there's that. So anyway, that's where we're at. I don't like storms. I don't like ice storms at all. But it's yeah, Joanne says I is the bad omen. I'm just saying, like, there's that. Ralph, good morning, buddy. So anyway, models are they're showing something. Hopefully it's weak and it's well before my cruise and doesn't bother our weekend or any of this stuff. There it is. Anyway, not like trying to bring anybody down, just trying to show off. Shelly, which ship are you on? And which day do you leave in? Can we get to Kirk? Have William Shatner do a voiceover? Hurricanes, the weather phenomena. These are the voyages of the hurricane hunters. Yeah, wouldn't that be fun? I don't think I could afford William Shatner voiceover. Could you please explain the difference between subtropical and tropical? Yeah, so the difference between subtropical and tropical, it really just gets into the mechanics of things. All right. Basically, a tropical storm feeds off of the ocean only, and it's tightly packed. A subtropical system kind of has some upper level component to it and a surface component to it. Usually the winds are broader. This would probably, the one off the coast of the Carolinas would probably end up being as a subtropical type system. So, but again, we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. It's one of those things. Peak of hurricane season, dynamics are there, ventilation is there, so you could see a little sneaky bugger pop up. All right. No, Shelly, not going to that one. I did that trip on Wonder a couple of months ago. We're doing Utopia. All right. I'm moving back to Florida that weekend, Melissa says. I don't want that kind of a welcome. Well, let's just hope that that's not the case. All we have to do is record it with AI William Shatner. That's terrifying. Like, the world we live in is terrifying. Ay, ay, ay. All right. So that's where we're at, my friends. We've got lower coverage of rain. Chris, are you feeling it? I don't know. You can? I don't know. Haven't even gotten that far yet. I'm working on new graphics. That's what I've been focusing on. All right, people. So rain chance has been a little subdued. Otherwise, there you go. If the second low coming across Florida should become Isaac, it looks like it's taking the exact same path as either Irene or Irma. Could that be a recycle? No, because each year is different, Brian. Each year is different. Each year's patterns are different. All right. All right, people. That's all I got for today. Okay. I'm going to go. Yeah. Nobody poke the Hurricane Voodoo doll, for goodness sake. All right. So I'm going to go a couple minutes short. I've got a Today Show hit coming up in a couple of minutes, and I'm working on new graphics over here. So a lot going on. And eventually you'll see it. Eventually you'll see these graphics. It'll be fun. All right. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Be good. I'll see y'all later. Sound good? All right.